Welcome back to the Afternoon Express Loft. Now, in an ever-growing digital world, technology has the ability to connect those far and wide, bringing us together to share meaningful moments with friends and family. And thanks to VODACOM Home, we can do just that. In today's Masterclass Cook-Along, we have two viewers joining us virtually from their homes to join in on the cooking fun. We have Silvana back in the kitchen, where we are going to be making a delicious gnocchi with mushroom and thyme sauce. But let's say hello to our viewers at home that'll be joining us in the kitchen. Hey, ladies.
Hi, everyone. My name is Monica from Johannesburg.
Hi, everybody. My name is Zoliso, and I'm from Simonstown.
Zoliso and Monica, thank you so much for joining us. Those are our virtual viewers locked and loaded. Dumi, are you ready for action?
I'm ready for action, Palisa. And like we talked about connection, there's nothing that connects us more than a meal. And I think Silvana's got the perfect meal for us to show us exactly how it's made, how it started, and how it's finished.
All right, okay. Gnocchi, it's like pasta. It's just very simple to make, very easy. We just boil potato and we put an egg yolk inside and some flour. So let's just start it.
Perfect.
By putting an egg yolk, okay, inside.
And into this recipe of yours, we've got the gnocchi that you're going to be showing us now. I've got some mushrooms, some onion, and I've got some thyme. And then Palisa's going to be grating up some parmigiano for us. And some, basically showing us how the potatoes are made before it gets to this point.
Yes.
Whilst I'm peeling my potatoes, I believe we've got our very first question by Monica. Monica, what's your question?
My question to the chef is, what is a gnocchi?
What is a gnocchi? Gnocchi, it's a type of pasta. For us, it's also it's a main dish because it's slightly heavy than a plate of pasta. Obviously, because you're adding the potato into the flour, so it's slightly heavy and can really fill you up nicely if you have a nice plate of gnocchi, and can take you through the day actually. And but the secret is they need to be fluffy, and they need to be. You have to put a small amount of flour, because if you're starting to put too much, then they're going to become like stones, and you don't want that, you know? They're going to become so hard and very difficult to digest them.
Oh, wow. So, Monica, it seems as if this is the perfect pasta dish for winter, it being so hard. Do you think that you're going to be trying some gnocchi this winter?
I really have to. I really have to.
Yummy. Okay, so we're quite well on our way in creating the gnocchi.
Yes.
What's the next step?
Okay, the next step is we're putting an egg yolk into the mashed potato, and then we're going to add some fine salt. We cannot use coarse salt because otherwise we can't roll them up. The salt is not melting nicely. And I'm going to ask you to pass me some flour.
No problem. How much? This is a 250 ml cover.
I would like two cups, 500, yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's do that for you. And is there a different type of flour that you would use for this, or is just normal flour fine?
This is a normal flour.
On the side?
But yes, on the side. This is a normal flour, but you are welcome to use cassava flour. Gluten-free flour. If you are a gluten intolerant, you can use gluten-free flour, and you can even put parmesan inside.
Oh, wow.
Or you can stuff them if you want. You know, you can create. You can be very creative with the gnocchi, but it's something that you have to make and boil. They can't stay for long on the table because otherwise they're getting the potato is going to absorb all the flour so quickly, and they're going to get wet.
I just want to show something while you're busy. You're very light-handed with your hands as you're kneading this. You're not pressing on it too hard at all. Can you explain to us why?
Because if you're pressing too much, you're causing air coming into the dough. So the flour is not going to go in properly, and then you have to be gentle when you make gnocchi, otherwise they can't come out nicely.
Okay,
I'm going to show you when I roll them out now.
Okay, so the whole idea is to keep them light and fluffy.
Yes.
And not like dumpling. We're not kneading dough.
No.
We're just putting the flour and the potatoes together.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I've also just started chopping up the mushrooms
Yes.
that are going to go into this beautiful gnocchi. And so in essence, it's going to be the gnocchi and the sauce, which that's what the mushrooms are for, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect stuff.
Dumi, I'm so glad you brought up the sauce because it's all about the sauce in the kitchen. Zoliso, what's your question?
My question is what other sauces can we use with gnocchi?
So what sauce can she sauce with her sauce? It's all about the sauce.
All the sauce that you like. You can do everything. You can use mincemeat and tomato. You can make nice bolognese sauce. You can use just plain tomato sauce. You can use anything you like.
I love a good oxtail sauce.
Oxtail sauce, ossobuco. Sometimes at the restaurant we're doing with the ossobuco sauce, and it comes out very nice. Or the other day I made them with butternut and blue cheese sauce. It was a very nice combination.
A very decadent option there, hey?
You can roast, you can
And very
roast.
wintry, very wintry
very
recipe.
I love that. I mean, Zoliswa, what sauce do you think you would try with your gnocchi?
Definitely bolognese sauce.
Yeah.
Sounding good to me. Okay, well, let's keep cooking. My little potato cubes are coming together quite well. But again, this is just the ground floor part of the recipe, putting together that beautiful mash that makes the gnocchi. But Chef Silvana already has it done and dusted there, quite literally done and dusted. How's it going?
Okay, we're almost there. So we're cutting a piece, here, and we're rolling it out. You see, you need to be very light. You don't press it.
Yes, I see you're using your fingers. I'm not sure if everyone can see that. Not the palms, but the fingers of
Fingers, you're using your fingers. And then you can use every size you want. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. I'm gonna show you how we do it. Now, gnocchi, you can give the shape that you want. You can leave them like that, as it is. You can make them longer. Some people, they make them longer. Some people, they leave them like that. And some other people, they just make them round, like that.
Okay. Oh, wow. So it doesn't really matter the shape of our gnocchi?
It doesn't really matter, but my grandmother, she taught me to make gnocchi like this. You put your gnocchi in the flour, and then with your finger, you just press it a little bit, and then you go on. Press it, go on. This is the old-fashioned way.
In Zulu Savannah, we would say, "Uzoqeda nini." When would you finish? It seems like an individual gnocchi. You're taking forever. Zuliswa no monisha uyabona nje. It seems as if in one by one it will take forever.
Yeah, it's one by one. But in the olden times, you used to put 3-4 ladies in the kitchen making gnocchi, not just one person. And I remember as a little girl, when we used to go for lunch at my grandmother's house, she used to put a big bed sheet on a bed, a big white bed sheet, and all the aunties and the sisters, they were just making gnocchi and put them on the bed because we were many of us.
Oh, okay.
So because the space in the kitchen was not enough.
Well, I hope that we're reminding you here about when you were growing up, it being 3 ladies, or should I say 5 ladies virtually in the kitchen. Thanks to VODACOM Home, we can all come together and share in this wonderful fun and educational cook-along in the kitchen. Loving the fact that we're doubling up here on the fun.
What happens now? How do we cook the gnocchi? How quickly, how long does it take?
Okay, I'm going to show you now. It's going to be, we can start to do this,
Okay, while you do that, I'm also going to get started with our sauce, which is quite simple. I'm going to fry up some onion, fry up some mushrooms, and then add our thyme into that.
Yes.
But let's just quickly do this.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bale.
I'm going to put some gnocchi now inside.
Okay, perfect. While you do that, I'm going to heat up my pan as well.
Yes, I'm going to add some salt into the pot now.
Okay.
And then...
And Silvana, typically, how long does gnocchi take to cook all the way through?
Okay, gnocchi, they just go into the pan when the water is boiling.
Okay.
And then you leave them till they come up by themselves. You don't touch them. They're going to start to float. And then when they come up, you know that they're ready.
I love that. A trick in the kitchen. There's nothing worse than having to kind of judge by your eye, by your naked eye, as to how far something is with cooking. But I love something that tells you how it's done. When it's ready, it just lifts to the top. Here for it.
Awesome. Voila. Voila.
And the lovely thing I love about this recipe, I'm starting on the sauce right now, Palisa. We're going to heat up our onions here. Once they're hot enough and I've put in our thyme and I've put in our mushrooms, you don't even have to worry about straining your pasta, putting it on a different side. You can actually just put it in there, because what happens is that even the liquid from there helps to thicken the sauce that we're making because of that flour that's in there.
Delicious.
But obviously now we're not going to do that, because we want to show you all the different steps that we've made. We've got some gnocchi that we made a little earlier on. Once that onion is hot enough for me, I'm going to add a sprig of thyme. I always say this, when you're adding thyme, you don't have to worry about removing it from the stalk, because it basically just disintegrates and falls off anyway. You'll just take the stalk off.
Afterwards.
Yeah, after it's cooked.
You see? Come and see. They're almost ready now. See? They're coming
Popping up like popcorn.
Yes.
Beautiful. This is coming together quite nicely. The aromas and the smells in this kitchen are to die for. And I'm loving the fact, Chef Dumi, as you are putting the mushroom in on this beautiful sauce that we're creating in the kitchen, VODACOM Home has helped us come together, whether it's with family, friends, whether you are on the other end of the world or just next door. Being able to connect virtually is what it's all about. Slipping into the digital age, having our viewers join us virtually, having our two gorgeous ladies are here for us. Ladies, now we've already shown you how to prepare this gnocchi quite simply, quite easily. But Monisha, do you see yourself making this at any time, whether it's over the weekend with your family and friends?
Yes, I think I can make it.
Pretty simple. I mean, Zoliswa, is it also a thumbs up from you, girl?
Yes, definitely. And winter is coming, we need comfort food.
Yeah, that's me. I need a comfort. I need a hug on a plate. Ladies, as we are whipping up, putting the finishing touches on this delicious gnocchi, mushroom and thyme sauce, I love that we can come together like this, no matter where we are, and connect with our viewers thanks to VODACOM Home. VODACOM is celebrating what the human spirits can achieve when combined with technology, shaping the future and the way we connect with family and friends, opening a world of opportunities. Visit VODACOM Home for amazing home internet deals, including super fast fiber, plug and play LTE or 5G. Now, what are you going to be putting in your gnocchi pasta? Let us know on social media using that hashtag Afternoon Express. Now, up next, we prove that lasagna doesn't always have to be consumed with meat, as we show you a variant made with brinjal, served with a cheese sauce.